to sit down, grab a sweet tea in your hand, on a worn-out rocker, with a view of this southern land. I got the crickets singing low, and the fireflies in the sky. It's front porch talking time, let the world roll by. It's time to sit down with a little front porch talking, with our friends Robert and David, a Southern Fried Podcast. They're gonna talk about Donald Trump, they're gonna talk MAGA, but they're keeping it real like only Southern boys can. You might agree or you might just sigh, but they're Southern Fried till the day they die. A little gospel, a little grit, and a whole lot of pride. They speak from the heart, never got nothing to hide. From D.C. to Dixie, they'll stir up the stew. If it ruffles your feathers, well, that's what they do. It's time to sit down with a little front porch talking, with our friends Robert and David, a Southern Fried Podcast. They're gonna talk about Donald Trump, they're gonna talk MAGA, but they're keeping it real like only Southern boys can. You might cheer or you might ask why, but they're Southern Fried till the day they die. They got stories, opinions, and a joke or two. Laid back truth with a country point of view. So pull up a chair, don't let the night slip by. There's wisdom in that old southern sky. Yeah, it's time to sit down with a little front porch talking, with our friends Robert and David, the Southern Fried Podcast. They're gonna talk about Donald Trump, they're gonna talk MAGA, but they're laughing and living and loving the land. You might stay or just stop by, but they're Southern Fried till the day they die. Yeah, they're Southern Fried till the day they die.
Well, hi there. Welcome to Southern Fried Podcast on a Thursday night Cornbread Nation show. I'm Rob. That's Dave over there. How is your week going?
Not too bad. My wife gets out of rehab tomorrow. I'm happy about it. Ongoing things. Recuperation, but better day. Had so many people ask that watch the program that I've run into from work, and some have contacted me online. Appreciate you very much. God bless you. Thank you for your prayers, your support, and your concern. Get ready for the program tonight.
Yes.
Remember, we don't take the chats till the end of the program, although tempting that may be. We have broken that rule before, but hey, we can do that because we're the host. But we try to slap our hands and not do that.
Yes.
So how are you? I know you've been sick. Y'all prayed for Rob. He's been sick.
Yeah, I'm getting better though. Maybe. I just had a big old good dinner straight out of the garden, dude.
Awesome.
It was well prepared.
Well, that and some medicine will get you going.
Yeah.
It's time for Jack Legs of the Week. Jack Legs of the Week is one of our favorite features. I have 3 really good candidates this week. Only one of them is a repeat, but they have to be. So, who's going first, man?
Go ahead. Start us off.
I'm going to have to go back to these judges, be they Supreme Court or rogue judges. It just seems like every day there's a new decision to try to stop the president from getting the bad people out of our country. I don't want to hear the sad sob stories. He's trying to get criminals out of this nation. He's trying to get people that broke the law. We seem to have a problem with that anymore, deciding what is the law. And I know there are some things, even for illegals, sadly, we have in our nation. But these judges, it's really drawn down the political line. It's not a surprise why they're ruling the way they are. All you got to do is see who appointed them, usually, and who do they usually vote for or align with.
Yeah.
Rob, they just want to keep them here.
Yeah. Yeah. They don't have any respect for our rule of law. They came here illegally to start with.
So this is going to be the battle of the year. It's going to be the battle of the president against the rogue judges in America.
Okay.
I think I know who's going to win, but talk about that a later day. Rob?
Well, my first one tonight is whoever was responsible for finding or AKA announcing the truth about Biden's cancer, they're a jackleg. Because they've already determined if it's that far advanced, he had it years ago. So whether it was Biden himself, Joe Biden, whoever, the doctors that it may have held off on the diagnosis, that we didn't know who that was. And they're a jackleg. That is, if they didn't inform him of it, you can't get a blood work without a PSA. And that's the test for to find out if you got cancer. You can't get a blood test without it, hardly. So, yeah, if there's somebody keeping the truth from him, we need to know.
My jackleg number 2, and I'm not naming the company, not here to besmirch or I'm just saying we all battle with insurance companies.
Yeah.
My wife is to be released tomorrow. The doctors only recommended one thing that she needed at home. One thing, Rob. One thing. It cost a grand total of $75. It's not that much. You know, my insurance refused to pay that.
What?
You would have thought we were asking for $75,000. One thing.
And the doctor said she needed it.
Yes, that was their recommendation of what she needed for at-home care, and they denied it. You people are a bunch of jacklegs. That's the second time I've been mad at you in 2 weeks. Trying to be nice to her. It's getting a little ridiculous. Enough said.
All right. Well,
I'm not going to have to buy that. Through the good nature of people who are just awesome, I'm having one donated as long as we need it.
all right.
Take that, insurance company.
Yeah, they need to be all right. My second one is for people who are Karens just because. They don't necessarily have a reason to be a Karen. They go out there and they look and hunt. For some reason, the bitch gripe and moan about everything that somebody else does wrong, or in their mind does wrong. Anything they can find to gripe at somebody about, and they just jump all over them. Hey, you're a jackleg. Shut the hell up. We don't want to hear you when you got a point to make. Much less when you're just looking for something to be mad about. Shut up, jackleg.
My jackleg and number 3 and final. And it is, it's not joking. It's jackleg. These no skill drivers and whoever is giving them CDLs to drive 80,000 pound vehicles on our highways that are killing people.
Yeah.
The one we had here in town on Mother's Day, now one of the little children have died. Get these people, by the way, some of them probably don't even belong in the country, but get these people out of these trucks. They're not skilled. They are not able to do the job. They are death traps, just rolling down the highway looking for good families to run into. It's got to stop.
Yes. I agree.
Called a commercial driver's license for a reason. It's not a Cracker Jack's driver's license. Come on. You used to have to put some weeks into that and some skill. Good grief.
Yeah. No doubt.
People burning to death because we got idiots in trucks. We're not besmirching truck drivers.
No.
Those that do not have skill. That should never be in the truck. And whoever is licensing them, you're all jacklegs.
Okay. My third and last one is not just a jackleg. I mean, this is a complete and total jack wagon. All right. And there's lots of them out there. And you've seen them, Dave. You've seen them. They're everywhere. People bitch and moan about politics, but don't go vote. Shut up. You're a jackwagon. If you really cared, you'd have went out and voted. Shut up. We don't care about your opinion. If you ain't got the wherewithal to get out there and do your duty and vote, don't be griping. You had a chance to make your voice heard. You turned it down. Huh.
But however, they are jacklegs.
Yeah.
But in about 2 weeks, if they want to show up for the Southern Fried Vent on Rumble, we'll let you vent.
We're going to call you a jackwagon.
We still call you a jackwagon. We'll let you vent.
Yeah, you come on there talking about politics. First thing I'm going to ask, did you vote? You're warned.
All right, it's time for the Southern joke of the day, Southern dad joke of the day, which Robert will probably shake his head. It's okay. Why'd the redneck dad put a spotlight on his porch? Well, so he could grill at midnight and still see the skeeters coming. I told you.
You don't need a spotlight. You can hear them little suckers. They're like B-52 bombers. Yeah.
All right, let's transition. Great breadheads in history, you Cornbread Nation. You all are breadheads, but we've got great breadheads in history.
Yes.
Rob?
Great. Well, I didn't know exactly how to do this and do it right. My great breadhead in history is Alan Alda. Hawkeye from MASH. But I kind of got to include the entire cast of MASH in this because MASH wouldn't have been MASH without all the characters that were in there. From Klinger to Radar, Colonel Potter, Hawkeye, BJ, all that. It wouldn't have been the show that it was, and it was an amazing show. It ran for a long time. It was amazing. But, and Alan Alda was really good with it. Played an amazing character in it. But, yeah, I'm going to throw the entire cast out there of MASH. Hey, salute. Y'all are breadheads.
So your breadhead of history is a whole cast for a leftist anti-war TV show.
Yes. Because it was fun.
Just clarified. Shit.
Well, hey, you think about it. The doctors and stuff that were over there that had to deal with all the injuries and everything that was coming.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
I know you are.
I like MASH, even though they take every opportunity to put down the military and mock it. And I'm not for war. I'm just saying they would roll over and let the enemy come in. Come on in. That's the kind of people that wants open borders. So, another story for another day. That's our breadheads in history. All right.
Who you got for your breadhead?
I'm going with one that I was thinking back today, and I was thinking just how much that I admire this young man. I still think they should make a movie of his life. From Blackshear, Georgia legend, Stetson Bennett. To me, the championships are just the bonus. I think he was already a champion. This guy was told by everybody, you can't do it. He was too small. He He wasn't good enough. You know, he was demoted. He was out at junior college. He come back. Everybody said he was really good, and they said he was horrible.
Yeah, they tried to replace him.
They said he'd never hold off the 5 stars behind him. This guy went out and did it back to back. Mm-hmm. Man, it's a great sports story. And great sports stories really move America. And you have to say Bret Head, man. I mean, I admire the kid. I don't really care who he played for, although it's great that it's Georgia. I'll root for a story like that any day of the week, man, twice on Sundays. I like that kid. Yeah.
Even his fan base was turning against him.
Exactly.
And he was
I had friends of mine that were trashing him before he really turned it on. And after the first one, those same fans says he could never do it again. Yeah. Did it. Check. Yeah. Go Dogs.
Yes. Roski, I might throw this out there. I don't really watch a chat, but yes, Bret Head is a good thing.
By the way, Coach Gruden, I said it the other day. I am so liking his TikTok videos where the sports teams are sending him all the gear. Those are must-see TV. I mean, I love it. Today I watched one for Clemson. He makes it fun. I don't care who the school is. He makes it fun. I like that. I don't know how that got started, but it is absolutely must-see TV. I watched 3 of them today, and I just love him. He's so good. They've got to get him back full-time somewhere on TV, man. I mean, he's just too good. He's a little crazy. That's what makes him good. But his knowledge of players, positions, teams from college up, I mean, this guy's just, he knows it. Man, I like him. All right. It's time for that Southern Fried 5 at 5. Tonight is the Southern Fried 5 at 5. It's 5 reasons the Redneck family reunion comes to an end early. 5 reasons that the Redneck family reunion comes to an end early. Number 1, somebody brought store-bought tater salad. Well, you know a fight's going to break out after every one of these, so somebody brought store-bought tater salad. Number 2.
You've been a lot nicer on this so far than I would be. I know that's just the first one.
You can throw in whatever you want at the end. Number 2, the beer runs out. The family reunion is over.
Okay.
Number 3, somebody had, I don't know what words you would use, the lunacy to drive a foreign truck to the family reunion, the Redneck family reunion. It wasn't a Dodge or a Ford or a Chevy.
One of yours.
Number 4, somebody's hunting dogs got loose and they terrorized the neighborhood, and they spent the rest of the day trying to track them down and rescue the families that were under attack.
No, that wouldn't ever happen. They just throw out some rib bones out there at the family reunion. The dogs would come after the rib bones. They'd have them suckers caught in no time.
And number 5, somebody invited the city slicker, their city friend from town, who comes in skinny jeans and tries to start a line dance.
No, dude, that'd be the entertainment right there. They'd have him strung up, use them for a pinata. You know good and well. You missed some doozies there. You know, the number one reason why family reunions end early is somebody has a positive pregnancy test. We've only been dating for a couple of weeks. Ain't that right, cuz? Oh, just saying. Just saying, dude. Just saying.
Oh my goodness. All right, folks. Let's take a quick commercial break. We'll come back. It'll be time for fan mail. Fan mail. Get ready. Nothing like it. The fan mail. We'll be right back. Hey, Southern Fried fans and your Cornbread Nation. Well, yeah, that's right. We're going to advertise for Mammoth Nation. To all proud Americans, we call attention to these thoughts. Are you tired of woke corporations that don't align with your values? I know we are. Look no further than Mammoth Nation, the ultimate destination for patriots like you and me and Rob and everybody else, including old crazy Uncle Jeb, who believe in putting America first. Here at the Southern Fried Podcast, we're proud to partner with Mammoth Nation because they share our unwavering commitment to faith, family, and yes, freedom. Just like us, Mammoth Nation believes in the power of the American spirit and the importance of preserving our great nation's heritage. When you join Mammoth Nation, you're not just getting access to amazing discounts on products and services. You're becoming a part of a community that stands against the forces trying to tear our country apart. From supporting veterans and first responders to promoting Christian values, Mammoth Nation is the go-to platform for conservatives who want to make their voices heard. So what are you waiting for? Join the Mammoth Nation movement today and start enjoying exclusive deals from businesses that share your America First values. Together, we can make America great again, one purchase at a time. Don't miss out on this opportunity to support a company that truly cares about our nation's future. Sign up for Mammoth Nation now and experience the difference of a community that puts America first. Use that QR code on the screen, folks, and that will take you right to the website where we also will be helped in your support of these values. We are customers of this great American company. Rob is a monthly supporter, and I am a lifetime member of Mammoth Nation. We're so appreciative of companies like this. Please be a supporter, not just for us, but for America. These companies need our support. We're patriots. Stand together with patriots. Take care, and God bless. And we're back.
All right.
It's time for fan mail with Rob.
Well, golly, I gotta get these things ready, fired up here. This is our Panama City Beach edition this week, Vince, and I'm going there. And this first one is from Roscoe in Perry, Florida. My goodness. You could almost hear the ocean if you hold it up close to your ear. Yeah. Redneck Riviera.
Is that what you hear when you put a moonshine jug in the ocean?
No, I heard a bunch of drunkenness. I heard yeehaw. Redneck Riviera.
All right. What is another name for Panama City Beach?
Yeah, the Redneck Riviera. That's dead on the money right there.
All right.
Pretty easy one there. This one's from Fred in Stick in the Mud, Tennessee. Don't go. Don't go.
Don't go.
Don't go.
That's kind of short.
Hey, it's kind of a short answer there. Don't go. Fred and Stick in the Mud, Tennessee.
What is the best way to avoid traffic at Panama City Beach?
That's 2 for 2 so far.
I would definitely have to agree with that.
All right. This one is from Mr. Jesse at the old folks' home in Dothan, Alabama.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I don't know, Dave. This kind of like a short answer. Speedos.
Speedo.
There you go. Speedo. Well, Mr. Jesse is also in Dothan, Alabama.
I don't think the answer is going to be college girls gone wild.
Speedos.
Speedo. What is the proper swimming attire for Panama City Beach if you are a man over 50?
Okay. Speedos it is. All right. This is fourth one here is from Hangry in South Carolina. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is going to get plumb technical. Waffle House and ask if they're open. Waffle House and ask if they're open.
They're always open.
That's just what I'm getting there. Waffle House and ask if they're open. Oh, and that's from Hangry in South Carolina.
All right. Who do Floridians call to find out how bad a hurricane's going to be? What if they don't have a Waffle House?
They're up shit creek, I guess. They go. All right, I have in my hand our last one for tonight. And this is from Mr. I.P. Freely in Mississippi. Mr. I.P. Freely in Mississippi. Dave?
Oh, don't spit on it.
No. Kind of weird. Don't stand on the side of it. Don't stand on the side of it. For Mr. I.P. Freely in Mississippi.
On the side of it.
Okay.
Don't stand on the side of it.
Yeah.
How do you not get caught peeing in the pool?
Well, from I.P. Freely in Mississippi.
5 for 5. The redneck powers of Rob are amazing.
That's right. I get them right all the time. I don't think I've missed one yet.
Well, there was a couple there that was kind of questionable a few weeks ago. I mean, they were pretty questionable. I gotta say.
I don't know. That could have gone either way, sir. Got
all right. Do you have any sayings?
Yes, I do.
Before we do the Southern Band of the Week.
Do what?
We'll do that, then we'll do the Southern Band of the Week.
Okay.
We're going to hear a song real quick, and then we're going to come back to our redneck destination. So go.
All right. Southern word of the day is hissy.
What?
Hissy.
Okay.
Hissy. We'll use it in a sentence here. I was as nervous as a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs when my girlfriend had a hissy because I said, yes, those shorts do make your butt look big. Hissy. Now everybody knows what a hissy is. What?
Okay.
And then I got Southern etiquette for this week.
All right. Southern etiquette.
And this is true. I don't care where you live at, where you call home. Take this to heart, please. Put your cell phone away when you're at the dinner table. Put it away. You talk to the folks that have either prepared the meal or that you prepared the meal for, and have some family time and enjoy the people that are right there with you. It's okay. Put your cell phone up. Enjoy your family. Put it away. I don't care if you're old, young, middle-aged, whatever. Put that plain cell phone down. Southern etiquette. Right there. And manners.
No, I agree with that.
Mm.
I agree with that one.
Yeah. And don't ever use it around your grandma because she don't know how to use it. It's going to piss her off.
And our Southern band of the week is the Charlie Daniels Band, a legend in the South. God rest him. Amazing musician, beloved by everybody.
Yes.
Wrote all kinds of songs from Southern rock to country to Christian, hippie, dope smoker songs. He wrote it all. And had one of the biggest hits of all time with The Devil Went Down to Georgia, which is still played on the radio. Classic. His volunteer jams were legendary.
Mm-hmm.
And he just had a great love of country. In fact, he wrote a song about the Russians and what they could do with it. He loved kids. And I'm going to tell you what, his Christianity was not fake. He loved the Lord. In fact, he reworded some of his songs, cleaned them up. And he went to a church outside of Nashville. And I know someone whose brother went to that same church. And later in life, he had a hard time walking. Them knees was about shot. But they said when he picked up that fiddle, it was just like the Charlie of old. Just a great guy, amazing person. And I used to, before he passed, he used to put out some daily posts about life in general, politics, our country, and everything. They were great. The Charlie Daniels Band, amazing.
I'm going to throw one more song out there that they still play to this day.
Go ahead.
The Legend of Woolly Swamp.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. That was two great and amazing songs. I love both of them.
He had a Christian album called Steel Witness. I want to tell you what, you need to listen to that. It is good from top to bottom.
Wow.
One of the best. I mean, just it's funny. It'll grip your heart, challenge you. It's got it all. And there's a lot of musical influences on there. And, I'll give a shout out to Johnny Van Zant too, and Donnie Van Zant. They do a daily post where they talk about their love of Jesus Christ. And I love those guys. It's not fake. It's not fake with them either. They love the Lord, and they're thankful for every day that they have, and the family and the fans. And I just love those guys. We got some great folks here in the South. Southern is a state of mind. There's some great bands from around the country and world, but we do love our Southern boys, gals, and the great things they do.
Absolutely.
We're gonna play a quick song, and then we're gonna go to our redneck destination, which is Fort Payne, Alabama. All you folks in Fort Payne now, if you haven't seen this place, they're there. You just got to look. It's the Redneck Movers.
Back in the time where at 8 o'clock, I should have knew something was wrong. When they pulled up in a rusty shed, they said that they raised more than long. Said, howdy, neighbor, where we headed? I said, that's what I'm trying to figure out. They said, what do you mean? I said, what do you mean? They said, we can tell by your mouth. I hire redneck movers. I wish I never hired these guys. I'm a victim of false advertisement. These boys got more Bud Light than hindsight. I wish I could go back in time before they loaded up the truck and said bye-bye. I hire redneck movers. I wish I never hired these guys. I asked them, where's your hand trucks? They said, oh, don't you worry about that. The next thing you know, they're kicking my couch right down the steps out the back. And when I told them I had one more load, they got to heading for the hills. And I couldn't do nothing but watch them take off, flipping me off with one finger up. Y'all redneck movers. I wish I never hired these guys. I'm a victim of false advertisement. These boys got more Bud Light than hindsight. I wish I could go back in time before they loaded up the truck and said bye-bye. I hired redneck movers. I wish I never hired these guys. They left the driveway tires spinning, hollered out the window, grin, hopped the curb and left me sitting there. I hired redneck movers. I wish I never hired these guys. I'm a victim of false advertising. These boys got more Bud Light than hindsight. I wish I could go back in time before they loaded up the truck and said bye-bye. I hired redneck movers. I wish I never hired these guys. In the driveway at 8 o'clock, I should've knew something was wrong. I'm a false advertisement. These boys got more Bud Light than hindsight. I wish I could go back in time before they loaded up the truck and said bye-bye. I hired redneck movers. I wish I never hired these guys. In the driveway at 8 o'clock, I should've knew something was wrong.
Something about his mouth. I don't.
Probably all the snuff in there.
I don't know that. It's a little risque there. I don't know what happened. The Redneck Movers. Well, we are going to.
He had a real pretty mouth on him.
You
got a real pretty mouth on you, boy.
I'm just saying. It's a little,
little
rough.
It's either that or he had a big old lip full of Copenhagen.
We are going to Fort Payne, Alabama. It's our redneck destination of the week, and we love our folks in Fort Payne. Beautiful area, but they are the home to the Redneck Movers, or the Redneck Moving Company. And they'll move anything, but they specialize in mobile homes, or trailers, as they call them. And they'll move them anywhere, anytime, for just about any price, as long as you give them some beer. So here's a few problems with the Redneck Movers, though. Things that might happen if you hire these guys, that you might live to regret it. Well, first of all, when you move a trailer, you got to have your vehicle out front. That's with the lights and everything, warning of the wide load coming and everything.
Yeah.
Well, their guy's in a pickup truck, and he drinks beer and he throws the cans in the back of the tailgate. Sometimes he misses and he hits cars that are trailer too close behind. He kind of misses. The wind gets it. Can's not fully empty, so they get beer all over their windshield. There has been some lawsuits for broken windshields and some fights because they threw back the wrong kind of beer. But they don't just have the guy out front. Oh, by the way, the guy's driving. He's just driving a regular SUV. They don't really have the money for a big truck. So they just four-wheel it, man. It scrapes the road a little bit as it goes, a few sparks, but they get it there. It's okay. They have some riders around the sides and back. They have midgets on ATVs that are rolling around, making sure that nobody gets too close to your vehicle. Some people would say little people, but that's not what they call them. So we're going with it. They will stop. They might have to stop while they're moving your stuff. They might have to stop and do repair work on their own vehicles. So sometimes you might be in the middle of a busy intersection, and they might have to get out of the truck, get the tools out, and start working on stuff because their stuff's not new. It's not new.
I'd say that's every time they stop, they have to get out and check the oil at least.
Well, they do have to carry extra oil with them and put some in at about every 3 miles. So,
Yeah. Most of those vehicles, they get 3 miles to the gallon on oil.
They don't use boxes to pack your stuff up. They just get the big old 50-gallon trash bags. and use some magic marker, write on it, and they just label it however they see it. They just put belongings, or they might put kitchen stuff or whatever, but they'll throw anything in the bag now. It won't just be the silverware and stuff. They'll throw rat poison, whatever. I mean, they don't care. I mean, they ain't gonna take time. They'll pack it for you. They don't mind doing that, but it's kind of just messed up when it gets there.
Well, the only thing that's going to be labeled right, it's going to be your wife's undergarments, and they'll be folded neatly and packed into the trash bag.
They also don't have time for
your fingerprints on them.
They don't secure the drawers real good. You want to make sure you do that. They don't take the time to tape the drawers down or even bungee them. So they just put the stuff on the truck, man. I mean, when it gets there, some of the drawers might have be out, and some of them might have landed on the roadway. There might be, if you're coming behind them, you might see some of your drawers laying in the road. I don't mean your undergarments. I mean just a drawer of the.
Oh, if you had drawers in your drawer,
there might be that too.
Or your Speedo.
They'll move your pets for you too. If you got a bunch of cats, they'll load them up. They got a guy that drives behind them in a old school bus. Sometimes they're hauling 2 or 3 loads at a time. So your cats might go in a school bus that has dogs and snakes and rats and all of the same. It's quite a sight, they say, as that old school bus is rolling down the road. It has a pot leaf painted on the back. So your pets might be in a little shock when they get to the destination point.
Dude, this was straight out of that movie.
Next to Kin.
Next to Kin, yeah.
They save money. They don't worry about permits, but they might have to run from the law along the way. They have some decoys that will come, like in Smoking a Bandit. They have some decoys and try to play blocker for the cops. But there's some good old boys that just like to have fun. They give them a 6-pack and tell them to watch for Smokey Bear. But they don't worry about permits. I mean, that's how they save you money, though. I mean, and so they sometimes things catch on fire too. They don't really understand fire hazards. So they have been known to have fireworks and stuff going out that they had left over, stored in some of the trucks and stuff. Some of the gasoline and stuff got tipped over, and it became quite a sight going down the road. People pulled over and they thought it was the 4th of July.
Well, they use Roman candles for road flares anyway.
Well, there's no doubt. They'll tell you they'll move your food too, but when the refrigerator gets there, it's empty. They're not really sure what happened, but the food kind of disappears along the way. So along the way,
dogs and cats back there in that bus.
Along the way, if it's a long trip, they might have to pull over and fire up the barbecue on the back of the tailgate, and they just pull over on the side of the highway, and they can't go too long without some beer, and they get the barbecue going and everything. They just get it fired up. So you have to kind of understand that those things are going to kind of happen. If you're using the
they probably have to stop every time they see a dead possum or raccoon in the road, scoop it up, and keep going till you get enough to have the barbecue.
There's no doubt. They call them. It's really a beer break, but they don't want to call it that. But but that's really what it is. It's really a beer. Yeah, it's a good point about the roadkill because that they've got to scoop that up. If some people get in their way, they have been known to just bulldoze them out of the way too. So. Yeah. They're heavily fortified on the front of their vehicles. I mean, they're bad vehicles. They don't run good, but they've got some steel mounted up there. They'll just run people off the road. So it could be some carnage when you use the Redneck Movers. I mean, they're they're moving along at a pretty, as fast as they can because they want to get the job done so they can go on to the next job.
Right. And see, these moving companies, these are lonely jobs. You're out there driving all the time. You're away from home a lot. They might have to stop in at a family reunion and see their girlfriend every once in a while. I mean, this is Fort Payne, Alabama, right? They might have stop in and see their girlfriend at the family reunion on their way. You never know. If they have a pregnancy test, it's going to shorten it up.
If they have to disassemble anything, they just chainsaw it in half. I mean, you really don't want to ask them to do that. Like I said, long couches and stuff, you might want to get somebody else because they'll just cut it right in half,
But they'll just take it back together.
They've been known to have some accidents where mattresses and stuff are on top of the roofs of they have cars that follow them with all their ladies and girlfriends and other friends, and they held the mattresses on top of the I'm going to get in trouble for this. They held the mattresses on top of the cars as they go through town, but hey, it's Fort Payne and nobody really notices what's going on. So there's no problem there. They're used to seeing that as people leave the local Walmart and come home. So,
I saw one of them one time. They was hauling those mattresses on top and they'd run out of bungees. So they had one rope and it was tied to it, but it didn't take up the slack. And it was tied to the hitch on the truck. And they told old Jim Bob or whoever just to lay on top of that mattress. And they got to going down the road, forgot he was up there, and was running about 65 when that thing got airborne. And it was tied good, but he looked like a kite back there behind that thing. And he had his arms underneath the rope, hanging on to the top.
The trip could also be extended if they pass any drive-through smoke shops. They might have to make a stop for another pack of smoke. So, they just know that might happen. And it have been known to stop at thrift stores. I mean, they're not going to pass up a bargain. So, while they're making a few bucks, Yeah,
they got plenty of stuff there they could sell too.
They're having
PBR tonight, boys.
If the cops do get behind them, there's a good chance your stuff either's not going to get delivered, or in the chase that ensues, it might be destroyed on the side of the road as they try to outrun. Because there's at least one or two of them has an open warrant. So if they see a cop, they might jump, they might flee. But if they get pulled over, they're going to jail. So your stuff might get impounded as evidence. I'm just saying, So they are cheap. I mean, it's a deal. I mean, they'll do it, but just know that it comes with some risk. I mean, there's some risk with hiring the Redneck Movers. So, like the song said, you might have some buyer's remorse. So, but hey, you're taking a chance. But they're good old boys. They'll get it done. That's what they say. We get her done. However, I mean, so there's a lot to be said about them, but I'll leave it at that. But the Redneck Movers of Fort Payne, Alabama, they live up in them hills up there, and they come down whenever there's a job. They might get in a fight too. They've been known because they're all family. They get in a fight too if somebody makes the other one mad. So you might have to bail them out of jail to get the job finished, because they might go to jail for fighting and public drunk, stuff like that. But hey, they're good old boys now. They'll do you a good job. More likely than not, you'll be okay. But I'm just giving you some of the warning signs of if there's anything that goes wrong, you kind of you can't say we didn't warn you. There's stuff that goes on there, and if they pass a Walmart, you're going to be your stuff might be at the Walmart for 2 or 3 days, because they're going to use the Walmart parking lot as a camp out, and they'll just pull up and circle the wagon, so to speak, and they'll just hang out for 2 or 3 days and put up some signs and beg for money, because it's a great way to make some extra money. We'll work for food. We're stuck. We're on our way to Kentucky. They might be selling a few pets. Well, it might be yours, but the Redneck Movers of Fort Payne, Alabama, folks. That's your redneck destination of the week.
All right, let's hit these chats here real quick. We got a howdy y'all from Michael. Michael Mick 62. I thought it was 52.
He had to change his.
Yeah. Yes, Mash said, God bless.
God bless you, Gas Mask.
Good evening. Good evening to you, Miss Jennifer. Is a breadhead a good thing or a bad thing? It's a good thing. Roski. Stetson Bennett the fourth. He needs some bread to soak up all that alcohol he was drinking. Yeah,
that's truth. He lived it up.
I guess I should leave my German car at home. So I think he's talking about going to the Redneck family reunion.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. That would be bad.
He said the meth lab blew up. Yeah, that would end a family reunion in Alabama quick. So, got a laugh out loud from Jennifer, and hadn't been to that part of Tennessee. I think that was Stick in the Mud, Tennessee. She said hissy fit. I guess she was talking about the hissy comment. Then she said, I'm listening to you while we are eating steaks I grilled. And she said, stop about the Alabama cousin, shaking my head. Look, Alabama has a really practical thing about the cousins, okay? If they ain't good enough for their own family, they ain't good enough for nobody else's. Just saying. I'm not going to read that next
one. Don't read that one. Hey, Beverly, I don't have a contact number, but I can contact somebody who does, maybe. Okay. I'm sorry to hear that. Thanks for your concern for him.
Yes.
Really hate to hear that.
Oh.
You're a good soul.
Yes, you are.
We appreciate you stopping by.
Yes.
Thanks for everybody coming in the chat. We love our Cornbread Nation. We love our Cornbread Nation breadheads.
Absolutely.
And it's all in good fun, folks. We're just having fun. So
yes, don't take
we love our folks in Fort Payne, but I think it was somewhere around Fort Payne where they had the 2-story mobile home. That's not a joke.
Yeah.
There was a mobile home. Have you seen that, Rob, in Alabama? I've seen it.
Yeah.
2-story.
I want one. I want one, dude. All right. Well, y'all have a great and wonderful day. And
yes. Just one point. Sorry, folks. This week has been wild with my wife in the hospital and rehab, going to rehab, getting therapy and stuff for her injuries. I've had to go back to work too, and I'm going back tonight for employee event. But I haven't done as many MAGA reports this week, but I do plan on getting on when I get back tonight. So tomorrow's not going to be as long of a day, and I'm going to do one tonight. So unless something happens crazy, that's my plan. And then we'll also see you in the morning for the morning show. Don't forget Friday night's Front Porch Talking. Rob, do we have a guest for Friday night?
We're supposed to, but I have not heard back from them. I will reach out from them again tonight.
We're going to try to have another person on, or them.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to try to have a guest. If they don't work out, it'll be all right.
It'll be all right. It's Front Porch.
That's right. We'll just yank somebody at random out of the chat and just throw them up here. Hi.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Y'all have a great, wonderful evening. We will see y'all in the morning. And David did you say you was coming back on later on tonight?
Yeah, I'm going to do a MAGA report.
Okay.
Folks, let's pray. Seriously, we have a lot of fun on this show. But you know what? We got terrorism going on in our nation. And my heart and prayers and thoughts and everything go out to the families of the Israeli diplomats that were murdered in the street. I'm going to try to be nice here. Give this guy a quick trial and that did this and take care of him. Don't put him in jail forever. Let's get some justice pretty quick on him. These were beautiful people. They ain't done nothing wrong. They ain't hurt you in no way. And you don't have a right to go out and take their lives like that. That's just makes me sick. It makes me mad. It makes me mad that it's happening in America. We can disagree passionately in America, but nobody has the right to just go out and start murdering people. That really just sickens me.
Yes.
And I'm not just saying them. It happens every day in America. And folks, take care of yourself and be safe out there. It's a crazy world. We know it.
Absolutely. All right. Love you guys. Give you a big old salute. And we will see y'all later tonight and in the morning. Have a great day. Hey, like, follow, and subscribe if you get a chance. We'd appreciate it. Y'all have a great day.
Well, it's time to sit down, grab a sweet tea in your hand on a worn out rocker with a view of this southern land. I got the crickets singing low and the fireflies in the sky. It's front porch talking time, let the world roll by. It's time to sit down with a little front porch talking.